Morning. Happy Monday. How are we all? I'm going in the right direction. This way. Okay, blocking everything. How are we all? Good morning. Um, okay, so I'm just saying hello and I'm gonna let everybody come and join me. See how we're all doing. I'm just yeah, it is very nearly Halloween and very nearly November, which is mental. Good morning, Rachel. Bright and breezy Barrow. Do you know what? It is actually, that's a nice description. It's bright and breezy today, isn't it? Lovely sun coming through. A little bit of a cold wind, but a nice day. Hi, Carol. How are you? Good morning, Lucy. How are you? Ah, yeah, I love a weather check. So, how are we doing on our weather? So, as I said, for me, yeah, bright, quite breezy, quite a bit of a breeze, but not too bad. We had went away over the weekend and it was torrential. There was some torrential rain. Good morning, Camille. Oh wow, there's loads of you coming through today. Good morning, Teresa. Wide awake this morning. Yeah, you know what? Me too. I was actually up at like 6:30 with my husband this morning, which I like try and sneak an extra half an hour in bed because he has to be in work for 7. So I normally try and sneak a little sneaky half an hour and sort of get up about sort of 7ish, quarter past. We're back to school today. All the kids are back to school. But do you know what? I do like it when you are up early. You do feel like you're achieving stuff, don't you? Good morning, Alison. Good morning, Judith. Teresa. Sorry, at work today. No problem, Alison. Hopefully you can join in later. Come and catch us on the catch up. I've got some lovely kits today. I'm just getting a sneaky little head start whilst we're talking. Good morning, Debbie. Good morning, Diane. Good morning, Kayan from Wisconsin. You're getting snow tomorrow. Okay, so anyone who knows me knows I love snow so much. I love snow. It's my favourite weather. We never get snow. We definitely don't get snow down in the south. Like, love a gemstone chip. Oh, well, good, Lucy, because I have lots and lots and lots of gemstone chips. Good morning, Angela. Good morning, Elaine. Enjoy your day, Alison. Thank you for taking the time to pop in and say hi. It's lovely to enjoy the rest of your day and happy Monday. Gosh, yeah. So I'm going to show you what we're up to in a minute. I'm just doing a little whilst we're having a little hello chat, just doing a little bit of sneaky catching up on what we're doing. So, yeah. Okay, I think I can stop around about there and get ready to start showing everybody the amazing deals that we've got today. Wow, gosh, what can I say about today? So many amazing kits and colorways. Let me just make a bit of space because my desk is an absolute bomb. One day I might shock you all and I might actually come on and be like, show you all my lovely clean desk, but it's never going to work. Good morning, Jan. Good morning, Mandy. How are you? Good morning, Joanne from a sunny and chilly Coventry. Good morning, Tracy. Oh, it's so lovely to see you all this morning. Wow, just really lovely. So many on here, and so lovely to have you all. You all seem like a lovely, happy Monday mood, should we say? Okay. Morning, Barbara. Gosh, you're still here. Lovely. Okay, so this is just part of all of the amazing kits we have today. I'm actually trying to clear some space so I can show you what we've got coming up today because that's how cool it is. So I am going to go ahead and show you the kits on the website, I think, first of all, because there are some fantastic deals that we've got today. If you love gemstone chips, you love crystals, you love a little bit of wire, then this is going to be the day for you. Let's have a little look at what we've got then. So, nice and sunny in Sudbury today. Oh, it is a nice day today, isn't it? Managed to make a live. Whoop, whoop. Hey, Helen. Hi, Nina. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and share. I'm going to show you the makes in a moment. I'm going to go ahead and just share. Oh, yeah, I'm going to do this just so that we've only got one screen down the bottom here. So let me go ahead and share this screen and we can show you exactly what we've got going on. And I'm going to just cancel that. Sorry about that. Good morning, Bridget. Laura and all the lovely beaders. So lovely to see everybody. Everyone's in a lovely, happy Monday mood. This is so lovely. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and show you, as always. You go to the totallybeads.co.uk website, and then you go to the home video tutorials, and then if you go down here, you have past and present projects. So many to choose from, lots of different mediums and materials, which I think is fab. And then today, I love the name of this, the Willow Gemstone Wire Bracelet. Oh, thank you, Mandy. I'm loving all your Halloween pictures in the background. That sugar skull is really cool. Oh, thank you. Oh, we've got a beading from a cold but sunny day in Watford. Oh, good morning from North Carolina. Wow, it'll be 84 sunny today, tomorrow 54 and rainy. Hope everyone's having a great day. One of your cats is called Willow. Amazing. It's a bank holiday over here and not raining. Well, it's not raining here, to be fair. It is nice to actually have some sun coming through. You can see this is natural bright sunlight, which is really lovely. Okay, so let's have a little look at what we've got today. We've got a Willow Gemstone Wire Bracelet. So as always, you'll get the video tutorial, which is what we're recording right now, and it will be available on our YouTube channel as well as probably on Facebook. And then, wow, honestly, the kits are insane. And up until Sunday only, Sunday the 5th, I'm just checking. Bear with me one moment, just because I've got a message. What is the yep? Oh, okay. Just checking the offer, because they always let me know what the offer is. 10% off the kits until Sunday the 5th of November. So 10% off the kits until Sunday the 5th of November. So we've got the Gemstone Chips Black Obsidian Wire Bracelets. We've got so many different colours. I'll go through them as quickly as I can. Oh, pouring rain here again in southeast Pennsylvania. Oh dear. Okay, so we've got so many different varieties. We've got Gemstone Chips Black Obsidian Wire Bracelet, so $7.65 instead of $8.50. With basically what you're going to get is a strand of gemstones, a strand of crystal rondelles 3x4, and then 8 meters of 0.4 wire. So you'll see here, this is an example of what you can make with it, and this is an example of the kit that you'll get. So as I said, with many different variety options. So we have black obsidian, we have citrine, we have dark amethyst, we have Indian agate, we have yellow jade, we have this is one of my favorites. We have chips mixed stones wire bracelet, and I love this. Hang on, sorry, just saw fighting to hear you over low flying aircraft. You keep freezing too. Oh, Elaine, sorry about that. So we've got this one here. As I said, this is the mixed crystals. So basically it's multicolored strand with crystals, and then I believe it's kind of like the wire is like an ivory color. So we've got that as a really lovely, I love that just as a fun mix combo. We have moonstone glass with the crystals and the wire. Moment. We have natural lapis, we have pre-night, we have the gemstone chips red bamboo coral, we have sodalite, we have tiger's eye, we have tourmaline, we have unakite or unikite, however you say it, and we have yellow, gold and jade. So the prices vary a little bit, as you can see, and that does depend obviously on the gemstone that we've got in the kit, but you are getting 10% off up until Sunday the 5th, which I think is a fantastic deal. So let me show you in person exactly what you will be getting. So many to choose from. Honestly, Lucy, I was just like spoilt. Let me just, so I have not got my added camera. There we go. There we are. Okay, so let me show you. Oh, where did it go? Here. Let me show you some of these up close and personal. So we have the Unakai twisted bracelet just here. Okay, and a nice toggle clasp. We have this one I really think is really cool. Just the black, and now it does have black crystals, but can you see how they just add that little subtle sparkle? So they've been twisted in, and I've just used one of these sort of black toggle clasps and jump rings there. So you just had to add a few little tiny pieces in, but that's about it. So we have those. What else do we have? Okie dokie. We also have the sodalite version. So you can see how we've just got those little crystals running through the middle. And we have, this is the pink tourmaline, and we've actually teamed this up with pink wire. So they are, I don't know if I mentioned this, but they are all with coloured corresponding wires. So this one has got the pink wire with the pink crystals, just because it adds that lovely pop of contrast against that lovely tourmaline there. I have lost a chat. There we go. Chat just disappeared then. Okay. Okay. So we have got this, and so many more options, but you can get the idea. So hopefully you can pick and choose what you want, but we've chose complementary wires to kind of blend in with the gemstones, and yeah, that's what we're going to do. So without further ado, I'm going to go ahead and get started on showing you what we're going to be doing. So the first thing you're going to do, now there are two kind of ways you can approach this. Okay, so the first way that you approach it is we can just, which is the way I'm going to show you. Right, let me just get this wire off here. Come on, give me the wire, please. There we go. Okay, so first thing we want to do, like in the pink tourmaline, I don't, but I've got it here, and I'm going to make up with this now, and I'm definitely going to finish this one. Alison, I just had so many to kind of choose from. I'm going to do this one now, though, so we can get started, and I can definitely show you a small version of it. So what we want to do is, and this is why the mixed one is great fun, is you want to cut your strand or gemstone chips, and always try and cut it so that you cut it to one side of the knot, and in that way you'll always have one strand that won't go anywhere. I know that sounds really obvious, but I just used to cut these strands anywhere and see what would happen, but now I've learned to go by that, and what we want to do is basically just pop a load straight onto the wire, straight on the reel. Okay, I discovered a very quick, easy way to do this. Now this won't always work with all of your chips, because you know gemstone chips are different. Some are a little bit more finer, some are a little bit more shardy, some are more chunky, but a lot of these are nice chunky drilled chips, as you can see there, hopefully. So just to speed things up a bit, you can of course pop your wire through the end and just drop quite a lot of these chips straight onto your wire. Okay, now we're keeping the wire on the reel, so I'm just going to pop quite a few on, and let's see, I have to say, out of all of them, this is probably one of my favorite strands of chips, this mix one. I love them all, but I love a bit of random. Sums me up really, doesn't it? So for me, this is just perfect. So I'm going to just go ahead. And you see how quick and easy I'm able to just drop most of these on, and it saves so much time. See how easy they're going on? Dropping them straight on, and you've got such a lovely mix of colours. So we'll go ahead and just keep adding these on. Okay, and we want to do probably about half of a strand of your chips. Sounds like a lot, but there's method to my madness, I promise. Things to factor in, I'll just talk about whilst we're doing this, are things like the size of your chips as well. So if you've got like quite chunky stones like this, these are quite chunky, these ones, which are fabulous. Might not need quite so many as if they were maybe slightly smaller, because if they're smaller you might want to cluster them up a little bit more. So by that, for example, see here the black obsidians, see how the gemstones themselves are quite small, and so that itself, compared to, let's say, maybe even the tourmaline, see these are quite chunky, these stones. Visually you can see what I mean about the difference in the way that they twist together, and you probably needed a little bit more of these. Good morning, Nat. How are you? Aren't you meant to be having a nice little holiday? Good morning, Pauline. Just seen a few more people that have jumped on. Hi, Jay. I'm not sure of your full name, but hi. Yeah, so I'm just popping a load of these on. So yeah, just think a few little things to factor in with the ones that you get. You know, it's just if you've got really chunky chips, you might not need quite as many as if they were a little bit finer. Now, for the design I'm going to show you, I actually add the crystals later, which I will, of course, show you. But for the black one, and you don't notice it as much because it's black gemstones and black crystals, but I actually mixed some of the crystals in to this bit here. So I would add a section of gemstone chips and then pop on a crystal, and then some gemstone chips and then pop on a crystal, and so on. So, you know, how you choose to do it is up to you, but I'm actually just going to show you the way I initially do this, which is to have the crystals on first, or gemstones on first, and then I add in the crystals. I feel it's a bit more of a controlled look, but it's completely up to you. And again, mixing the crystals in with the gemstones at this point as well adds a really lovely effect. So I'm just scooping up some of these little rogue ones here. See how quick and easy these are going on. Well, I hope you have a lovely, well-deserved break, Natalie. Yeah, and hopefully it's nice for you. We were just talking about the weather. We were weather checking, and it's nice, sunny but chilly here in Bristol. Sunny but chilly. Not, you know, you could quite happily go and sit out in the garden or find a little outdoor coffee bench, put a comfy jumper on, and be quite happy to sit outside. Now, a little tip I would say, when you start to find you've got a lot of the monofilament or the beading, the you know, the whatever's the stringing material, that's the word, then obviously we do want to shorten that down a little bit. Okay, so I'm just going to pop a few more on. So, seeing as it was requested for the mixed one, it would be a shame not to. And I will also say these are relatively quick to make up. The longest part probably is this bit here, where you're threading all your gemstones onto your wires. Probably the longest part. Okay, so just keep going with this, and a little bit more. So as I said, Probably ideally you want to do about half of a strand. So I'm just popping these all onto this. And like I said, it's great if you've got like a nice random mix of them, just to sort of get that lovely randomness. So they will run down into the reel. So try and just get an idea. So I still need to do a few more, I feel, for this. Oops, he nearly dropped the strand. So as I said, you would probably want to put about half of a strand of gemstones on. Again, also it depends on the size of the bracelet that you want to make. I feel that you would comfortably be able to make 2 bracelets with these kits. You get 8 meters of wire. You get lots and lots of crystals. You get lots and lots of gemstone chips. What else do you need? What more do you want? And these are actually quite fun to sort of sit and just, you know, I was watching a bit of TV whilst I was making these up, and just, you know, you don't have to put too much thought into them. By that I mean, like, there's something, they're quite relaxing, they're quite therapeutic, because it's just the same sort of thing, it's repetitive. So we've got this here like this. I'm going to leave that for now. I could add a few more, but I'm not going to. So you see there, I've still got all of these gemstones left. As I said, I probably could do with adding a couple more, but I'm going to leave it like that. So as I said, about half of the strand, and then I am going, excuse me, to just drop this down. Now I want to leave myself a nice, probably about a ruler's length, 12 centimeters, 30 centimeters, 12 inches or so of wire. Okay. And now what I'm going to do is start to twist. So I'm going to bring this down so you can see what I mean. So we're going to do, you know, the tiara twist is known as, and I've done this a few times. So I'm going to hold my stone. I'm going to fold my wire. I do like the look of this bracelet so far. Super easy. I say so far. I promise you, Joanne, so super easy. Okay. So notice how I'm holding this here. I tend to just put my index finger in. It just gives me a nice tension. I'm holding it with my hand, and I'm just going to twist 1, 2, 3 times. You don't need to do loads. You just want a little twist. You don't need, it's probably about half of a centimeter, the height of that twist. Okay, and they do not need to be consistent. You just want to get them all twisted. So now I'm going to take the next one. I'm going to leave about 1.5 centimeters space here. I'm going to fold that wire, twist 1, 2, 3-ish times. So you've got a little row. Isn't it just a luscious strand, Elaine? I just think it's lush. Okay, so what you can do, and again, this will depend on your gemstones, is if they're quite nice and chunky and sort of very center drilled. So you see here how this is quite center drilled. I tend to like to do these as a solo gemstone, so like a solo twist. So 1, 2, 3. But if they look like, for example, this one, it's a little bit more closer to the edge, or they might be a little bit finer. So let's see, for example, here, these 3, I would probably twist these as 1. So, you know, have a little look as you're going around. So like, I probably would do these individually, but actually I might also do them as 3. So put 3 together or 2 together, it doesn't matter. And there's no set pattern. Just remember to give yourself that gap between. I love this. I've made gemstone bracelets that look similar, but a completely different technique. These look so intricate but easy to make. Oh, thanks, Natalie. No, and the thing is, this is what I love about sort of creating jewellery, because I love that people can come up with, you know, ideas and approach them differently. But this is such a great, easy way to work these. And like you say, they do look so intricate. So now I'm going to put 3 together. These are quite shardy. So I'm going to just twist these together. Now, I'm not going to lie to you. Sometimes if a chip is really close to the edge, it may break off. It's going to happen with any gemstone. Don't worry if it does. Just move along to the next one. So again, I'm just moving along. Now, I will show you now. These are not consistent in the way that they are twisted. Look, these are a little bit closer, these are a little bit further apart. It doesn't matter. It really doesn't. It's just about having a bit of fun with it. Don't overthink it. Definitely don't overthink it. Twist it a couple of times. And then come back over to this. This is a nice chunky one here. So I literally don't even really think about what I'm doing with this. Sounds wrong. Just moving them up. Moving them along. Okay. And it's quite nice to mix them up a little bit. You know, I like to sort of do a couple with 3, a couple with 2, maybe 1. Like that's a really nice chunky gemstone just there. So that just is absolutely fine on its own. And obviously if you do use different coloured wires, then they are part of the design. So like if I come back to this pink one, that hot pink wire really does just add that little pop of electric color to this bracelet. It really jazzes it up. So you know, it's just great to kind of tie in. As I said, I kind of chose a neutral color wire with this one because you've got so much going on with the gemstones and such a lovely mix of all the gemstone colors. I actually didn't want to overpower it by adding a colored wire. And I did debate a couple of times as to which would be the best wire for this. But I chose this more neutral pearly one because I just felt it would be the best complement and let that colour really pop, which I feel it is. Okay, so you can see how it's looking. And as I said, they're not consistent. It's not the end of the world. So I'm just going to keep going as quick as I can to get these done. Mix them up. Maybe do a couple of triples. Now, if you get to a point where you've done all of your twists and then you realize that actually you wanted to do a few more, it's not the end of the world. I can tell you how we would fix something like that. What you would do is you would just leave a long length of wire at the other end and just add some more chips onto the other end and twist them in the same way. So it's not the end of the world if you do find, oh, actually, I wish I'd done a few more. It's doable, you know. So I'm just mixing these together and I'm just really not thinking about it too much. I'm just see how it's all coming along. Doesn't matter if some are a little bit further or some are a little bit closer. It doesn't matter that you know, it doesn't matter if you do chunks of like 3s, singles, 1s, 2s, because what I do towards the end is just going to completely, so please don't start thinking, oh, I'm going to do it in a pattern like 1, 2, 3 or anything like that, because at the end we're going to mix it all together anyway, so it really doesn't matter. My only sort of deciding factor as to whether they go single or triple is because of the size of them. So these are quite little. If they were twisted on their own, they wouldn't really make much impact, so they're a bit better to be chunked in together. Whereas the like slightly chunkier ones look better on their own. That's literally the only deciding. I like random. Pauline's story of my life. And do you know what's really funny is when I chose this this random strand, I was a bit nervous. It was a bit of a risk taker for me. It was like what they call it, the wild card. It was the wild card because all the others are so pretty, but you know, they're very classic and safe. You know, amethyst has got the beautiful amethyst and beautiful purple chips with it. The lapis has got the lapis and blue chips. And I was like, I just could not walk away from this mixed strand. And I had to. I was like, I have to do this. So I'm so glad that you all love this mixed strand as well, because I do love it. And look at this little cube. How cute is that? So I'm just going along, you know, chopping it up a little bit. I'm not thinking about it. I'm not overthinking this. Just get yourself into a bit of a rhythm with it. And they don't even have to be perfect twists every time, you know. Also, if anybody does make Tree of Lives, fantastic would these be as Tree of Lives. You would have enough left over to make a Tree of Life to go with this, you know. You could make a Tree of Life and a twisted bracelet with this. The only thing you'd need to add is some 1mm wire. Oops. So as I said, sometimes that can happen if they're really, sometimes it could be drilled really close to the edge or on a very sort of weird corner, and then that will happen. That's perfectly normal. I mean, out the whole strand of one doesn't done that, it's fine. Sometimes some gemstones are a little bit softer than others as well, so that can happen. So just keep going, nearly there. I have got the pre-night one that I'd kind of already done half of here. Ooh, can you imagine mixing those, which is done on the green wire? And I thought, oh, I'll come over to that. But seeing as there's so much love for this strand, I think it would be rude for me to not make a piece with this. So just go in there along like this. Where's the best place to buy the gemstones? Totally Beads, of course, Jay. I'm just wondering, Lucy, if you're watching still, would you possibly be able to repost the link for me? I will come back to the end and show everyone where you can find it on the website as well. But if you go to totallybeads.co.uk, and if you go to Facebook and tutorials, it is under, thank you, Lucy. Lucy's popped a list there for you. It's called the Willow twisted wire bracelet. You've got loads of different varieties there, Jay. You've got these are ready-made kits, but if you don't want one of the kits, go and check out the website, because you can buy all the gemstones and all the components separately. There is, however, as I mentioned before, a 10% discount up until this Sunday, the 5th of November. So if anybody does want to check that out, you can see there's the prices do vary depending on the gemstone, sort of from £7.65 to £12.83, depends on the gemstones that are included within the bundle. You get 8 wire 0.4, or for is it a 20? Is it 0.4? I believe is a 20. I want to say 22 or 24. So a 20 is a 0.8. So it goes down. So 0.6 would be 22. So maybe a 24 gauge. Oh, Jose, thank you. Sorry. I can only go by what I could see. Yeah. Oh, well, good luck. Let me know how you get on. And as I said, the tutorial for what I'm showing you right now is also available on the YouTube channel. And also you'll find it on their Facebook page and website. So yes. Okay, so you can see it builds up really quickly. Those who were talking about my background, which you can see in the bottom screen, the pumpkin and the sugar skull. So the sugar skull, I also do like I work with alcohol inks, and I do like a little I run a little subscription club, and so that was our project for October, was to do a sugar skull. So the sugar skulls have been done in different material, like a watercolor paint or a some marker pens and an alcohol ink background. And then the other day my friend we went shopping and bought some art supplies, so she was like, let's do some creating. So we did the pumpkins. So yeah, I love getting in the theme of Halloween. Love October and autumn season. It's just fun, isn't it? You're from Portugal. Oh, amazing. Oh, how is it almost November? Lucy, I can't even talk about that right now. It's mental, isn't it? Like literally 2 months until Christmas, which is crazy. Yeah, I know. And the clocks went back, didn't they, for us in the UK anyway? So it most definitely is going to be dark nights, dark mornings, dark nights. I'm not gonna, I do love the winter. It's cozy, and you know. Right, I've just got a few more of these left to do, and then we can get on to the next stage. So you see what I mean about how quick and easy this can be. Just sort of, you could be sat with your friends, you could have a nice chat and natter. It really has gone fast. What's the weather like in Portugal, Jose? Because we've been weather checking and we've had rain. We've got a little bit of rain. We've got sunny and breezy. Right, so we can see, I'm just going to show you. Ooh, all of that. So that's how it's all kind of stretched along. I can't show you it in full length. Actually, I'll switch the cameras quickly. Alrighty. That's how long it is. This long. So you can see you get a nice length, okay? I'll switch back for you. Okay, so what you want to do, so as I was saying, if you found out that you needed to add more gemstones, what you could do is cut a longer length of wire here and then just feed more beads on here and then continue twisting from this side. So it's completely, you know, easy to do. At least my cards are nearly done. Oh, at the moment we've got rain in Portugal. Reply, at least my cards are nearly done. Just need to start writing them and then die at the cost of posting them, especially all the overseas ones. Wow. Oh, elastic Christmas bracelets. That sounds amazing. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead, and what I'm going to do now is I'm going to cut again about a ruler's length of wire, same sort of length of wire at the other end. Okay, and there is a reason for this. This wire comes into play in a moment. So now I've got my piece, and what I want to do. Oh, do you know what, Yolanda? That's a really good comment as well. This is something that I think can be achievable by a lot of people of any age and any skill level. You know, a great gift for children to make an end of school project, maybe, you know, in primary, Christmas gift, something like that. So what I want to do is fold this into threes. So I'm going to bring it along and kind of section it into thirds. So you've got it kind of like this. So 1, 2, and 3. Okay. And this is where the fun happens. This is where it's worth it. Promise. Okay. So everyone watching, you want to bring it all together. And we are going to twist. So all we're going to do. Twist, 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 twist. That's all we do. This is all there is to it. This is so achievable for anybody to be able to do. It's so effective. I just love this. So all the way around, all the way around, all the way around. So we have this lovely twist. Now, you could, of course, just have it like that. Look at that for a beautiful necklace. You also have enough to make a matching necklace and bracelet. But we're not going to stop with that. We want to make it a little bit more compact. So what I want to do is I place it flat. And then you see how I'm kind of pushing it. So it flattens. So what I want is it to have a flat side and then all of the gemstones to kind of come towards the top. Because if you think it's going to be worn as a bracelet, it's going against your wrist, you want it to be able to sit nicely. And again, it gives you an opportunity to kind of tidy it up, place the beads how you want it to place. And that's what we have. Good morning, Brenda. Oh, I hope the sun is smiling down on you and your family, Natalie. Oh, how lovely is that? Oh, that is a very cold coffee. Was not expecting that. Oh, but there you go. Okay, so we have this here like this. So now we want to start to add in the crystals. So as I said, I went in, right? It is, that's it. You could just leave it like this. I also want to point out there are so many points you could leave it. Leave it like this if you want to just have it as gemstones. Add in the crystals. Have it as a bracelet, as a necklace. You know, so much choice. You could, of course, as I said, add these in at that twisting stage, and then there would be sparkle in it already. There's so much you can do. Okay, so these crystals, I feel I may regret choosing the clear ones for this. Right, I'm just trying to see if I can, with these, you can normally push the stringing material. Oh, I'm just going to cut it. I'm just going to cut. Out comes the dishes, so I don't lose them. Okay, pop a couple of these in here. Because I don't know about anyone else, but I always lose these. All right, so pop them there. Okay, crystals in a pot. And then should have 2 equal lengths of wire. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to one side. So we flattened it up against something so that you've got a nice flat base and all those crystals are bunched up on the top. Okay, so what I want to do now is create my loop for adding my clasp. So to do that, where energy focus is, there we are. There we go. So I'm going to take, now you can take round those pliers, you can take the random cubes. I know, you've got to love it. Random cube. I love a random cube. Now you can take bell making pliers, you can use round nose pliers. I am actually going to use my bell making pliers just because they don't graduate down then. And I'm going to roll this wire 3 times just because I want it to have a nice, really nice, secure loop all the way down. I mean, you could, of course, take the random cubes out. Okay, so I'm just wrapping this now around that sort of, almost doing like a wrap loop, basically. Okay, wrapping it around itself. Now, this is going to happen because it's not connected, and that's absolutely fine because it will be connected now. So what I'm going to do is take this wire, and I'm actually going to bring it. So if you see how it's come above, so that tells me that this wire needs to go to the back and then back up. That will lock it in. And now I'm going to add randomly some crystals. So I like to add sort of 2 at a time. Now I may not have enough to make it all the way down to the other end, and if I don't, that's fine because we have a wire this side. So just pop in 2 crystals. Quite like to sort of place them along the center, and then just wherever you feel a nice gap, you can just bring that wire around the back and then back up to the front. So now that has locked that into place because you've brought the wire down the back. And then again, so a bead and a bead, popping it on and just placing it so it kind of just goes somewhere nice. And then down here and then into here. And again, I'm kind of just giving it a sort of, then making it, setting it all back how I want it to sit. And it's very subtle. The crystals, it just gives that little extra sparkle. So again, 1 and 2, and then I'm kind of just going to place that how I want it to go, and then around here like so. And you'll notice that every time I do, I'm kind of popping it back and pushing it back to how I want it to go, and then popping this back in here. 1 and 2, dropping that down all the way back up, finding that little gap. So it's always kind of going underneath and back around again. And again, it's very subtle. You really have to, like, those crystals are not like really obvious. And again, that's part of the reason I chose the clear ones for this, because I didn't want it to be too overpowering with all of the lovely colors going on here. Just wanted it to add a little tiny splash of sparkle. So going along here like so, and along like this, and then so this isn't going to make it all the way down to here, and that is fine. Just see how far we can get this to go down. Every time I do that, I'm just repositioning it, as you can see. So one and ooft, come on, 2. No, I'm really not going to quite make it. So we're looking like this. To be honest, you're probably barely seeing. I just saw Jaren's message. What's it saying? Feels like yesterday my daughter told me she was having a baby. That was New Year's Day, and already your granddaughter's 8 weeks old. That's so lovely. Right, just coming all the way down, just nearly there. Right, so I'm not really going to get, probably could get possibly 2 more back on, but I'm not going to. What I want to do is get rid of this wire, and I want to get rid of this wire in a nice way. So what I'm actually going to do is just bring it around, and this is a perfect one just here. See this lovely orange gemstone? I'm going to take this end, and I am going to simply wrap the end around that twist. So you see there how it's just gone around that twist, and then I can snip that. Oops. And then that's in there and nobody will know where that was twisted. So that's one piece done. Now, so we're looking like this. We always need little sparkle in our lives. Absolutely, Brenda. You can never have too much sparkle. So now I have the same, I can do the same on the other side. So I'm going to get my bell making pliers. I'm going to roll 3 times. So 1, 2, and 3. And then again, I'm just going to wrap it around that wire there. So just wrap it a couple of times. 1, 2, and maybe 3. Okay, and so, oopsie, sorry, I hit the camera. You can see that there. I'll give that a wiggle. So now again, check to see where it's vulnerable. So it's vulnerable on this side now. Okay. So what I want to do is just make sure I bring that wire over to the front and then back around, and then that will lock that in place. Hang on, bear with me one moment. So Jan, you did the crystal holder the other day. Pleased with the outcome, but can't get the right candle size to fit. Candle to fit. I'm sure I got mine. I'm sure I got mine from, like, it would have been from somewhere like Asda or B&M or something like that. I think I measured them, didn't I? And it was 6.5 centimeters diameter. I'm not used to random. My OCD wanted to do it symmetrical. Sometimes, Jan, and just let yourself, if you want to do it symmetrical, do it symmetrical. You don't have to do it the way I did it. But yeah, so you should be able to check. If you looked on Amazon or somewhere like that, 6.5 centimeter diameter is what mine was for the candle holder. And I'm sure they were just very inexpensive, plain white candles. They might even be classed as church candles. I'm not sure. Okay, so I've just started to come back down, and I've basically met now. So I've got a choice. I could come along and make the center a little bit more sparkly if I wanted to, because I know again that I'm not going to get this wire to go all the way to this end. I could add a little bit more sparkle into the center, into this little section. I ended up getting 70 mils and shaving some off. Yeah, so 7 centimeters is just a smidge too big. You need it to be 6.5. That's what mine were, and they fitted perfectly. Quite snug, but they do fit nicely. Right, I'm just going to do a few more. Now, there's a little section here that's bothering me. I don't like the way that's sitting. So if you don't like the way something sits, you can still play about and move them about a little bit. There we go. That's better. It was looking a little bit wiry. There. Okay, so I'm going to pop a few more on just in this section, just in the middle. Like so. And I think we're going to call it. There we go. And then again, the exact same way that I want to get rid of this wire, I probably could have made it all the way down, is I want to just find that single chip. That would be good. And then just wrap it a couple of times around there. And then just to snip. Now, please be careful to make sure you snip the right wire. Very easily done. You looked the other day and they're over. I'll see if I can remember where I got it from, Jan. I'll see if I can try and hunt it down. Okay, so we've got this here. Okay. So there we are. We are done. We've got that whole section done. Now, see if I can show you it in the light. When it focuses, there you go. So you should be able to see a little bit of sparkle in amongst it as you go. Okay, so now what I want to do is obviously pop a clasp onto it. I think I'm going to go with this lovely silver. I think the silver one would go perfect with this. Silver jump ring. 4mm jump rings. And then I'm trying to find my stuff. Okay, pop this onto that little section there. And again, make sure it's nice and sturdy, that you've got that nicely locked in, and close. Make sure you have got it properly closed. I know that sounds obvious, but if there's the slightest gap, then you could lose your finding. Onto here and close. And then all you have to do is simply pop that onto there like so. And there is your finished bracelet. So I'm going to show you a little trick as well. So let's say, oh no, you've made it and it's too short. There is something you can do. You can stretch it a little bit. Gently run your hand along it and just gently pull that section out. See, I'm just literally very gently with my hand pulling that section out, and that's going to make it that little bit longer as well. Very subtle, but that's a great way to think it's just a little bit too short. That's a way to fix it. And if it's a little bit too long, guess what we do? We scrunch it. We just give it all a little scrunch up. So if you find it's a little bit too short or a little bit too long, you can adjust it and you can scrunch that up a little bit. And then you've got that more compact size there. Bend it around, bring it to here, all the way around. And there you have your finished bracelet. And there for everybody is the multi-mixed one. So thank you, Camille. And thank you, Jan. Jan, you got your silver foil hearts and crystals Saturday, so got them necklaces to do too. I'd love to. I look forward to seeing your makes because I love seeing what everyone comes up with. It's just beautiful, isn't it? Again, Mina, you know I'm going to say it for you. Rainbow colours. So just to show that variety of the exact same style on all of these, but look at the difference. You know, blue wire, black wire, pink wire, pearl wire. This is golden wire. Look at all these different colors, and it's all done the same. Like I said, this was the only one that I still ran the gemstones across the middle. You can see that sparkle, but I actually did twist, so you can see here that I added the crystals in with my twists, like when I was adding all the chips onto the wire. So you actually have some of the sparkles on the outside as well, and a little bit more blended. So you have that complete contrast. I love the fact that this is all the same design and that they look so different. So Ocado do a 6x12 centimeter candle. Gotta be worth a try. Oh, thank you. So I hope you like this, everyone. I hope you've enjoyed this tutorial. Don't forget, let's have a very quick check over on the kits again, just to see, remind you how you can go about purchasing these kits if you want to. Do it every time. There we go. Hang on, bear with me. There we go. So if you are interested in, oh, this is playing me. Oh, is it doing it now? Oh, come on. There we go. If you you are interested in purchasing these kits, you've got 10% off up until Sunday, the 5th of November. And you can see here, you've got, if you go to Gemstone Video Tutorials, it's the Willow Gemstone Wire bracelet. There's a tutorial on how to make it. Coming down to here, you've got the black obsidian wire, you've got the citrine wire, and again, you can see the coloured gemstones that go with it. And then you've got the purple with the amethyst, the Indian agate, and that's got a lovely dark green wire. You've got your yellow jade here, again with a lovely golden wire. You've got the mixed ones that we've got here with a pearl type of wire. You've got the moonstone with a silver wire. We actually did that one with silver wire, so I've got that one here, and a contrasting pop of colour. I'll show you it in a moment, of gemstones, crystals, which is really pretty. You've got your lapis here with the blue wire, that lovely royal blue. You've got your prehnite with the lovely soft green. You've got the coral with the red. You've got the sodalite with the blue. You've got the tiger's eye with the brown, the tourmaline with the hot pink, the unakite with the copper, and then you've got the yellow golden jade with the lovely golden color as well. All of these, they do range in their prices, but it is dependent on gemstone that are in the chips. But you will get a double strand of chips, so like a the long strand of chips. You will get a strand of your crystals, and you will get 8 meters of your wire. Enough there for you to comfortably make 2 of the bracelets with. So go and check that out. I just wanted to show you these. Look at this as that color combo. So we deliberately chose like a lovely pop of color as the crystal. So this would be one that I would probably add this onto the strand with these, so you get a really lovely blend. So yeah, it's lovely. And yes, you made it look easy. Thank you, Laura. The black for Christmas present. Oh, 100%. Imagine that. For Christmas present would be beautiful, wouldn't it? I will get my mum's chips out and my crystals to make in remembrance of her. Oh, that's beautiful, Brenda. Oh, thank you all for your lovely comments. Well, like I said, I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you for joining me and keeping me company. I will be back next Monday, so I will see you next Monday with a lovely twisted wire and crystal project. Different to this, don't worry. But I'm looking forward to seeing you all then. I will say have a lovely rest of your week, everyone. And I will see you all in November, which is crazy. Okay, bye, everybody.